Testing, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, testing on game image screen. Testing audio, 1, 2, 3, 4, testing on game screen. Audio test 1, 2, audio test 1, 2, 3, 4. Audio test 4 between period screen. Test 1, 2, test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good evening and welcome to Dwyer Arena on the campus of Niagara University. We're in Lewiston, New York, all set for the opening weekend for Buffalo State Club hockey. Bengals opening this weekend with a home-and-home series against the Niagara University Purple Eagles. We are here tonight, then tomorrow. The Bengals are back at the Buffalo State Ice Arena for the first home game they've had there since January of 2020. Good evening, my name is Aaron Elpern, joined by camera operator Jeff Jazarowski. Excited to bring you game one of the 2021-22 season, as it is the Buffalo State Bengals taking on the host squad, the Niagara University Purple Eagles. Buff State making its debut at the Tier 1 level of the Upstate New York Collegiate Hockey League tonight. They were the Tier 2 regular season champs in 2019-2020, and they are eager for the challenge of the higher level of competition to be found here at Tier 1. Meanwhile, on the other side of the rink, we have a Niagara team that is a new entity altogether. It is the second non-varsity team that Niagara has on campus, looking to build off the school's strong hockey tradition. The Niagara Purple Eagles Division I team has made 4 NCAA tournament appearances in its history. Meanwhile, at the club level, the ACHA Division I team, that squad has won its league 4 of the last 7 years. With this new team, the school is looking to employ a model that's been seen at other strong club hockey programs around the country, such as Lindenwood or Adrian, for example, trying to build a large amount of depth and fostering competition within the program. The goal is to have success with multiple teams and then grow the entire program from there. This third team on campus, the UNY-CHL version of the Niagara University Purple Eagles, on the ice for the first time here tonight. They were ready to take the ice a year ago. However, the pandemic, of course, canceled the UNY-CHL schedule. So this is the first game that the Niagara University Purple Eagles will have in its program's existence. As mentioned, the Buffalo State Bengals entering Tier 1 in the UNY-CHL. They are members of the West Division in UNY-CHL play. Also in that division are Canisius, Alfred State, Fredonia, St. Bonaventure, and Penn State Barron College. Elsewhere in the division, Canisius and Fredonia are playing a divisional game that is tomorrow evening. The first division game for Buff State is next Saturday against Alfred State at the Buffalo State Ice Arena. Should be mentioned, though, that only divisional games count for the UNY-CHL playoff standings and the UNY-CHL playoff seedings. The cross-divisional games, such as this one, factor into national rankings and, of course, bragging rights. Niagara plays in the Metro division of the UNY-CHL. They're joined by UB, ECC, Brockport, Rochester, and Hobart. And that could be the toughest division in all of the UNY-CHL. UB is the defending champs. ECC and Brockport are always strong. This new Niagara team certainly has a tough test in a very strong division as they get started here this year in 2021-22. Both teams are finished with their warm-up period. The ice is being resurfaced in preparation for the start of tonight's game. So just about 10 minutes or so away from puck drop here for game one of the 2021-22 season for the Buffalo State Club hockey team. Bengals again led this year by head coach Tim Turner. He is at the helm for his third year as the head coach of the Bengals. Overall record behind the bench, 30-11-2. His team went 3-18 the year before he took over. Then in his first season, they went 20-5. Tim Turner again back for his third year at the helm of the Bengals, and he has some new faces in the lineup this year. In fact, there are 9 new faces in the lineup, but multiple newcomers are people that you really wouldn't consider rookies. Brett Sardina, Ryan Kelly, both of them come over from ECC. Sardina was the Cats' leading scorer in 2019-2020 with 43 points in 21 games. Meanwhile, Ryan Kelly is a Clarence product that had 16 points on the ECC blue line 2 years ago. A couple of players come to the Bengals from the Bengals. Mike Guerrera and Ben Gallivan, both previously members of the Division III team on campus, so they bring that high-level experience into the lineup for the Buffalo State club team now this year. Mike Guerrera has logged over 80 games at the Division III level, 58 career points for the Montreal native. He will certainly be a welcome addition to the lineup this year. Also new to the lineup, Anton Rupert from Fairbanks, Alaska. He played 18U AAA hockey for the Iowa Wild and Des Moines Buccaneers most recently. Another interesting prospect in the lineup for Buff State this year, should provide a lot of offense from the forward position. With the newcomers, there are 13 veterans returning for Buff State, so good stability and continuity, especially considering the circumstances that the entire world has seen over the last 18 months. The team leadership stayed focused on the organization throughout, and they kept the squad growing, and that has allowed the team to come back in a strong form this year, ready to take on the 2021-22 season. Several games across the UNY CHL taking place this weekend. Some future Bengal opponents are in action. Alfred State is playing at Gannon tonight. That's a 9 p.m. game at the Erie Insurance Arena. Meanwhile, Canisius, as mentioned, playing at Fredonia in a West Divisional game tomorrow at 5 p.m. The next opponent on the Bengals schedule is the University of Buffalo. They play host to this Niagara team next Friday to start their season. Elsewhere in the league this weekend, Cornell is at Binghamton tonight at 7:45. That's a Central Division matchup. Binghamton is back in action tomorrow against Union. Also, we're going to kind of keep tabs early on in the season on some of the Florida schools that are on the Buff State schedule for later on this season. The University of Tampa is now 3-1 in their early action. They opened up with a pair of wins over Central Florida and then split 2 games in Georgia, beating the Bulldogs but losing to Georgia Tech. The 3-1 Spartans are off this weekend, but they play against Florida Atlantic twice next week. Central Florida, meanwhile, opened with those 2 losses to Tampa. Then they had 2 more close losses to Embry-Riddle. They are now 0-4 on the season. They play South Florida this weekend. We'll try to keep tabs on all those scores from around the Upstate New York Collegiate Hockey League and around town, as well as out-of-town scores. Our scoreboard presented by Militello Realty, Western New York's premier commercial real estate broker. To buy, sell, or lease any office, industrial, real estate, or investment property, trust the unparalleled knowledge and experience of Militello Realty. Find them online at militello.com. Little less than 10 minutes away from face-off here from Dwyer Arena on the campus of Niagara University. It is the Buffalo State Bengals season opener taking on the Niagara University Purple Eagles. We're going to step away for a moment and be back with the introduction of the starting lineups and the national anthem here from Dwyer Arena in Lewiston. Welcome back to Dwyer Arena on the campus of Niagara University. We are here for the opening game of the 2021-22 season between the Buffalo State Bengals and the Niagara University Purple Eagles. Hello, my name is Aaron Elpern, joined by camera operator Jeff Jazarowski. Happy to have you on the call for tonight's game as we are ready to get the 21-22 season kicked off here from Dwyer Arena in Lewiston, New York. Both teams have completed their warm-up periods. The ice has been resurfaced, and we're about ready for puck drop here from Dwyer in what is the first game of the season for the Buffalo State Bengals and the first game in existence for the Niagara University Purple Eagles. This is the new second non-varsity team on campus, joining the ACHA Division I squad that has won its league 4 of the last 7 years. The intent is to grow a strong program throughout, and they've launched this new team to foster competition and build success throughout the program. It's their first time on the ice here tonight, and they face the Buffalo State Bengals as the Bengals are ready to make their move into Tier 1 of the Upstate New York Collegiate Hockey League, set to face the stiffer competition as the reigning regular season champs in Tier 2 of the Upstate New York Collegiate Hockey League. Looks like we're set to go to meet the starting lineups. We'll head down to ice level to hear the starters for the Purple Eagles and Bengals. Then we'll be set for puck drop from Dwyer Arena.
Starting lineup for the Purple Eagles: number 2, Owen Lehman. Number 3, PJ Abbott. Number 12, Zach Briggs. Number 15, Ethan Knopf. Number 21, Sam Moore. And number 1, Peyton Seaman. We ask you to please rise and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem.
Live from Dwyer Arena, the Bengals and Purple Eagles getting ready to start a new rivalry in the Upstate New York Collegiate Hockey League. Good evening, I'm Aaron Elpern, joined by camera operator Jeff Jazarowski, and we're here for the season opening game for the Buffalo State Bengals and Niagara University Purple Eagles, as the Niagara team is actually launching a new program here in this game tonight. Meanwhile, the Bengals making the jump from Tier 2 to Tier 1 in the UNYCHL. Two teams looking to prove something to the rest of the league, and we're happy to bring you the call of tonight's game. Ready to get started here from Dwyer Arena as faceoff comes up in just moments. Our starting goaltenders tonight in net for Buffalo State is number 1, A.J. White. In his first year, he went 2-1-1 with a 4.50 goals against and a .901 save percentage. In net, meanwhile, on the other side of the rink, it is Peyton Siegman, the junior from North Tonawanda and Niagara Wheatfield High School, 6'1" and 170, number 1, Peyton Siegman. Bengals starting with Captain Joe Lotempio out there to take the draw here to get things going. Zach Briggs on, the captain on the other side for Niagara, and we're underway with Ryan Hahn finding possession of the puck right off the draw. Sam Moore finds it for Niagara, and a quick offsides is called. Not even 8 seconds into the game, we have our first whistle. And we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone as Niagara just went barely in offsides as they took control of the opening face-off. Looks like we had a bit of an issue with the clock operator as the scoreboard reads 19:40 right now, even though only about 8 seconds ran off in that first little action. So referee over there to get things all sorted out. Period that we have things ready to go, and now we're ready for a face-off on the near side of the rink, just outside of the Buffalo State zone. Face-off one forward. Brett Sardina taking it for the Bengals into the offensive end, letting a shot go. That one is saved by the goaltender, but it would have been just wide. Zach Schultz finding possession of a loose puck along the goal line. He fires it right in on net. Siegman grabs that with a catching hand and holds on for a whistle. And we have our second stoppage of play. A little bit more than 20 seconds into the action here from Dwyer Arena. It is the season opener for the 2021-22 season between the Bengals and Niagara Purple Eagles. Niagara making a quick change early on and winning control of the faceoff. Buff State putting some forecheck pressure on. And Niagara can't get it out the far side as it's Sardina keeping it in the zone. Sardina in the far corner, can't hang on to it, comes back to the point. Alex Hussey keeps it in, sends it down low. Sardina's got it there behind the net, takes a hit, loses control of the puck, and that gives Fuenstek a chance to clear it out of the zone for Niagara, but just to the blue line where it was gloved out of the air by Ryan Hahn. The linesman rules offsides on the play, and that forces another stoppage. Not even a minute into the action here, and we already have 3 whistles so far. No score yet here from Dwyer Arena as the Bengals make a change and get a new unit out there for this third face-off of the early going. Bengals win the draw, dumped in by Ryan Kelly. Siegman sets it up behind the net, fires a pass up the far wall. McKenzie can't handle it there. Anton Rupert keeping it in for Buff State. Niagara finding possession, though. It's McKenzie trying to break it out. McKenzie moves it up ice, gets it to Schultz. He takes a hit there, and now back in the other direction come the Bengals. It's Rupert driving into the zone, tries to feed a pass out in front. Just couldn't get it to Ryan Miller as the defenseman slid to cut off the passing lane. Miller's got the puck on his stick again, fires a shot in on goal. Quick save made there by Siegman. Bengals having control of the puck again as it's Rupert and Miller battling for it in the far corner. Pass gets intercepted, and the Bengals keep the pressure on. Penalty coming up here as Miller got taken down on the play. Ended up with number 18, Sisti's stick under his arm. And it looks like it's going to be Sisti heading to the box for the game's first penalty. The Buff State Bengals there with a good little bit of pressure in the offensive zone. They end up getting a power play out of it. And it's a hooking call going against number 18, Nathan Sisti. So we get our first look at the Bengals power play here, as they have a man advantage a little bit more than a minute and a half into the action from Dwyer Arena. Captain Joe Lotempio out to take the draw, but he gets excused from the circle. Well, no, he didn't. Referee had to change a heart there, it appears. And Trask wins the draw for Niagara, but Buff State getting it behind the net now. Anton Rupert finding the puck there, feeds it back to the point to Kelly. Kelly back down low, but his pass is intercepted by Quick. And Dan Quick sends it the length of the ice to kill off some time in the Niagara penalty. Buff State retrieves it in his own end. Sardina with a pass up to Schultz. Schultz through the neutral zone into the Niagara end. Drops a pass for Lotempio. That one goes astray, and that gives Niagara a chance to clear the zone and send it back down into Buff State territory with 1:30 to go in the man advantage. A.J. White out to play the puck up to Sardina. Sardina moving up the near wall, avoids a check, moves it along. Now it's coming through the neutral zone. It's going to be Guerrera. Guerrera gets it across the blue line, but loses control of the puck. Good defensive play made by McKenzie, getting another clear for Niagara. Buff State has to chase it back into its own zone. Rupert just inside the blue line gets it to Newman. Newman dumping it into the Niagara end. Lotempio there with some forecheck pressure. Newman helping out, getting control. The puck at the top of the circle, fires it in on net, redirected in on goal. Save made there as Miller got in to have the redirection right in front of Siegman. Puck back into the neutral zone now. Ryan Hahn with a head of steam. Hahn with a pass that's behind Ryan Miller. That gives Niagara a chance to clear it yet again. 38 seconds now remaining in the man advantage. Ryan Kelly back after it behind his own net. Feeds a pass up to Gosen. Gosen goes across to Miller. Miller takes a hit just in front of our broadcast position, but he keeps control of it and feeds it along to Ryan Kelly. Kelly deep in the zone, feeds it along behind the net. Ryan Hahn pinches in to keep the play moving. And there's a Niagara player who lost his helmet after colliding there with Hahn, and that forced the quick stoppage in play. That was PJ Abbott losing his helmet there in the corner, and he heads off to make sure that everything is in order, and we'll have a face-off in the Niagara end to the right of goaltender Peyton Siegman. 15 seconds still remaining in the man advantage for Buff State. A little bit more than 3 minutes into the action here from Dwyer Arena. Bengals making a bit of a late change here. And the official instructing the proper players to get onto the ice. And it seems Buff State is set for this face-off in the Niagara end. Draw is scrambled. Schultz gets a hold of it. Right in on net. Save made by Siegman. He kicked out the left pad as that shot came quickly in on goal from Zach Schultz. Back to the point. Kelly lets the shot go. Glove saved by Siegman as he has been tested a few times here on this Buff State man advantage and just before that as well. Buff State getting good bit of pressure here on the power play as they were just before the man advantage, but just 2 seconds now remaining on the penalty to Sisti. New personnel for both sides out there on the ice. Joe Lotempio winning the draw for Buff State. Back to Hyde. Hyde's shot hits a stick, deflects up in the air. Siegman pulls it down out of the sky and hangs on for yet another whistle. As Niagara returns to full strength, we are back to 5-on-5 with 16:24 to go in the opening period. Face off to the left of Siegman. Lotempio fires it in behind net. And it is Brady Knopf picking it up there and trying to carry it out of the zone. His pass hits a skate, then it's back into the Niagara end where Gallagher goes back after it. Gallagher going up the far side, gives it to Knopf. Niagara now moving it out of the zone into the neutral zone, but two Bengals quickly on the play there and forcing a pass up to Schultz. Schultz getting it deep for Niagara. Brennan finding control, feeds a pass up to the Bengals Schultz. Zach Schultz now chasing down a puck on the far side just in front of the Buff State bench. Schultz gets it out into the neutral zone, but Niagara quick to get on it there and try to send it back in. Now a scramble for a loose puck in front of the score box. And now Buff State circles back into its own end. Brennan getting it up to Schultz. Schultz taking a hit just inside the Niagara zone. That allows the Purple Eagles to come back in the other direction. This here is Longo. Aaron Longo losing control of the puck as Newman gets it out of the zone. Chips it up to Zach Schultz, but he takes a hit there and can't chase it down. Now in towards the goal. Sardina had a chance there to get that shot right in on goal, and he took out the goaltender in the process. Referee with an arm up, so we are going to have a penalty coming up on this play. And it appears that it's going to be called on Brett Sardina. Sardina dove for a loose puck, and in the process ended up taking out the goaltender, Peyton Siegman. He's pleading his case there in front of the score box. Appears he's not going to get his case, though, as I would imagine, and an interference call has been made. So the faceoff will go down into the Buffalo State territory as Niagara gets its first chance on the man advantage. No score yet, just a little bit less than 5 minutes into the action from Dwyer Arena. Briggs wins the draw for Niagara, but they lose possession off the draw. That gives Gosen a chance on the shorthanded. Alex Gosen in alone. Shot and a save by Siegman as he got the blocker on that one. Alex Gosen, the newcomer to the Buff State lineup, looking to go short side high on the shorthanded opportunity. Niagara now through the neutral zone. Gallagher bringing it into the zone. Gallagher stops, looks to set up the power play, back to the top of the point. Now another break opportunity as that one just a little bit too far for Guerrera. There's more good pressure being put on there on the shorthanded situation. Guerrera goes in and lays a hit on a man and retreats back to his bench for a fresh skater. Brady Knopf with the pass out of his zone, gets it up to the captain, Zach Briggs. Briggs into the zone, takes a hit there from Ryan Kelly. Good defensive play, allowing Buff State to get control of the puck. Ryan Miller getting the pass along to a teammate, allowing Buff State to clear with a little bit more than a minute to go in the Niagara man advantage. Goaltender Siegman jumping out of his net trying to make a pass there. That one's intercepted by Ryan Miller, who takes a hit, but he dumps it into the Niagara end. Purple Eagles now breaking it out of their zone and into the Buff State territory. It is Nathan Sisti in the far corner. Sisti circling the net, looking for a pass, feeds it back to the point where it's Dan Quick. Quick goes quickly across to a defensive partner, but Riddle's shot hits a skate and goes off into the corner. Niagara maintaining possession. Quick at the near point. Looking for a lane, doesn't find one there, slides it across to Riddle. His shot right in on goal, juggled briefly, but A.J. White found control of that one quickly and pounced on it, forcing another stoppage with 13:38 to go in the period and 27 seconds remaining in the penalty to Brett Sardina. No score yet from Dwyer Arena as we are in the season opening game for the Buffalo State Bengals and Niagara University Purple Eagles. Anton Rupert winning the draw for Buff State, gets it back to Brennan. Brennan with a chance to clear, but he can't get it away from Bratton. Good play there by Anton Rupert to help out Brennan and get control of the puck. That allows Buff State to carry it into the offensive zone. Anton Rupert firing a quick wrist shot that hit Peyton Siegman in the mask. 9 seconds to go now in the man advantage for Niagara. Puck just outside of the Buffalo State end. Opportunity in front with a man wide open there. Good defensive play as Adam Brennan got the stick in there to keep that pass from going in front. Niagara maintaining possession deep in the zone. McKenzie trying to make a move there, but he gets it taken off of his stick by Rupert. Quick sending it back into the zone for Niagara. That allows Brennan a chance to circle and regroup, but his pass goes astray and Quick picks it up in the neutral zone for the Purple Eagles. Dan Quick with the backhand in behind the net. Two players there battling for possession. It's going to be Adam Brennan coming out with it. Brennan's pass comes to the near wall. Mike Guerrera chases back for it. Feeds a pass down below the net. It's going to be Adam Brennan and Guerrera playing catch with it there. But it's back to the point now as Quick takes a shot. Rebound comes out in front. Cleared away as quickly getting over there was Adam Brennan. Guerrera in the neutral zone now. Mike Guerrera into Niagara territory. Drops a pass for Lotempio. Lotempio then takes a hit in front of our broadcast position. But Buff State maintaining possession as Guerrera fires a backhand shot. That one hit a skate and went just wide. Back to the point, shot taken from there, kind of floats just to the side of the net as Joe Lotempio goes to put some pressure on. Puck is sent past the Buff State defenseman, but not far enough for icing. Ryan Hahn goes and retrieves it as the Niagara Purple Eagles are executing a change. Turnover just at the blue line, but Buff State finding control of it as Schultz takes a hit in front of the Niagara bench, but dumps it into the Niagara zone. Sam Moore getting it up to Briggs. Rupert stepping up to put some pressure on him, and a loose puck out to the far side now. Alex Hussey picking it up there and sending it back in across the blue line. Niagara gets it out of the zone, but Buff State finds possession in the neutral zone. And it's going to be Schultz and Rupert picking it up there and then sent into the zone as Ryan Miller stepped into the play before heading to the bench for a change. Niagara with some space to take it through the neutral zone. This is Ethan Knopf with it. Knopf gets it to Briggs. Briggs along the goal line tries to pivot and feed a pass, but Brennan takes it off of his stick. That allows the Bengals to clear the zone, but the pass was just too far for Brett Sardina. Bengals in their own zone with control of the puck. 11 minutes to go here in the first period. No score yet as Ryan Kelly has possession of it behind his own net. Kelly with some room up the far side. Chips a pass along to Gosen, but he loses control of it and his stick in the process. As it's going to be Brady Knopf coming the other way for the Niagara Purple Eagles. Gets it up to Longo. Longo losing control of it. Good stick there from Zach Schultz. And now Niagara back with the puck in the neutral zone. Good hit in the neutral zone there as Ryan Kelly jumped in to finish off his check. Now the Bengals looking to break it out the near side, but Gallagher stepping in to make a play at the point. Pass goes up the far side now. Bengals opportunity with a 2-on-1. Brennan with the pass across. Unable to get it in on net, though, is Mark Hager as he was streaking for that far post. Nice little 2-on-1 play set up there by the Bengals in transition. Puck comes back to the point. Newman's shot in on goal. Hits a skate. Was just sitting there for a moment. Hager slid in to get a shot right in on goal as the Bengals seem to be generating a couple more opportunities here. First ones since they had the man advantage earlier. Rupert with the forecheck pressure. Tries to get the puck away from his man Knopf, but Knopf gets the better of that entanglement there, and that allows Longo to clear it out of the zone. But it is up into the rafters, and that will force another stoppage with 9:45 to go here in the opening period. Still looking for the game's first goal. Support for Buffalo State Club Hockey comes from Militello Realty, Western New York's premier commercial real estate broker. For any office, industrial, retail, or investment property, trust the unparalleled knowledge and experience of Militello Realty. Puck back in the Buffalo State end now. Ryan Hahn picking it up behind his own net, starting out the near side. Ships it off the boards into the neutral zone, just too far for Guerrera. That allows Kilkenny to start in the other direction for Niagara, but his pass goes off a stick, then into the Niagara bench. And we'll have another whistle with 9:26 to go here in period number 1. Still no score yet as these two teams have traded a couple of chances in the first 10 minutes or so, but no real prime scoring opportunities as of yet. Both teams with a man advantage opportunity, but unable to take advantage of that as obviously we are still tied at 0-0. Quick for Niagara up the near side. Gets it to Fuenstek. Fuenstek through the neutral zone. Takes a hit there, finding control of the puck again. Then takes a second hit as Ryan Miller knocked him down on the play. Guerrera into the zone. Gets it to Miller. Miller with a nice move around one man. Loses control of it, though, as the second player came in to take him off the puck there. Kilkenny losing control of it as it's going to be Guerrera getting it to Miller. Miller now putting some pressure on Fuenstek as he's got the puck right in front of our broadcast area. Fuenstek battling to get it out of the zone, but Guerrera comes in to help out, and Bengals keep it in. Bengals making a change now as they keep some pressure on in the offensive zone. Puck is turned over, allowing the Bengals to complete that change and then maintain possession in the neutral zone. Lotempio couldn't get it past to Schultz, and that allows Niagara to come back in the other direction. Zach Briggs getting it deep into the Buff State end. Briggs on Hahn behind the net, knocks him down on the play. Two Niagara Purple Eagles in there, but it's going to be Sardina with the puck at the far wall. Sardina up to Schultz. Schultz chips it past the defenseman, puts on some pressure himself. Slid out the other way, though, as it's Joe Lotempio finding the loose puck. Lotempio gets knocked down on the play by Sam Moore, and that allows Niagara to get it out of the zone. That pass just too far for Riddle as it goes in on net, and A.J. White plays a pass up to Ryan Kelly. Kelly to Schultz. Schultz getting it past the defenseman into Siegman. Siegman just drops to his knees, decides to cover it up with three different Bengals players sliding into the zone, forcing another whistle with 7:48 to go here in this first period. No score yet between the Bengals and Niagara Purple Eagles. Faceoff is to Siegman's right there. Faceoff won by Sisti for Niagara. Niagara breaks it out the near side here as it's going to be Schultz through the neutral zone. Schultz with a move around the defenseman, in on goal, shot taken, pad save made by A.J. White as Chris Schultz made a quick move and got himself wide open in front of the net. Shot taken, wide open in front. Schultz with another opportunity in front of the net as that rebound came right out to him, but A.J. White was sharp on that one. Stuck out the pad to make the save and then covered up with the glove hand. And the first real chances for Niagara here coming with a little bit less than 7.5 to go here in period number 1. Face off in the Buff State end, won by Niagara. As it's going to be McKenzie with the puck. Tries to feed a pass through the slot. That one doesn't connect. Then goes off the near boards. And Schultz takes it away for Buff State. Bengals just off sides and had to clear the zone. That allowed Joe Lotempio to pick it up and regroup. Lotempio now with the puck on his stick again. Lotempio across the blue line, drops it for Schultz. Schultz back down low to Lotempio, out of the air, in on net. Siegman had to be sharp to make sure he followed the track of that one, as the pass was floated in from Zach Schultz, and Joe Lotempio knocked it out of the air in on net. Through the neutral zone, it's Cole Newman getting a shot in on goal. Pad save made by Siegman, as Newman did a little slight toe drag to give himself some room there and get that shot in on goal. Brady Knopf now for Niagara. Cross ice pass to Gallagher. Gallagher evades one man in the neutral zone, then carries it across the Buff State blue line. Drop pass, shot taken. That one goes high and wide and off the glass. Alex Hussey trying to get it out on the near side. Manages to get it out of the zone. Now it's a 2-on-1 developing. Hussey looking for the pass across, just couldn't quite get it across to Mark Hager, as it was Brady Knopf making an excellent defensive play on the 2-on-1 opportunity. Puck in front of the Niagara bench. Buff State coming out with it. It's going to be Hussey again carrying it across the blue line. Shot taken as it was Cole Newman firing the snapshot. Siegman making the glove save on that one. He has been tested more and more as this period has gone on. He has stood up to the test, though, as no score yet, with 5:54 remaining in the first period. Our coverage is brought to you by the law offices of Nicholas J. Narchis, an advocate for Western New Yorkers with blue-collar roots, providing efficient and cost-effective representation from offices in Lockport and Geneseo. Find them online at narchislaw.com. Niagara winning control of the faceoff, sending it up the far boards. Ethan Knopf chips it out into the neutral zone, and Ryan Miller chases it down in his own end. Miller's pass goes in between two different skaters and past everyone all the way down into Niagara territory. And icing is called on the play, so we'll have a faceoff coming up in the Buff State end with 5:41 to go in period one. Bengals with the line of Newman, Gosen, and Hager out there. Alex Hussey and Ryan Hahn at defense. Briggs, Moore, and Knopf up front for Niagara. The same three that they had starting up front. Alex Hussey trying to find a loose puck in the far corner, but it's going to be Briggs taking it out. Cross-ice pass, that doesn't connect with Moore. Moore drops it back to the point. Dan Quick, shot's deflected, but it goes just wide, as it was Ethan Knopf getting the stick on that one. Ryan Hahn now comes up the near boards. Cole Newman chips it along, but Niagara picks it up at their own blue line with Quick getting it up to Briggs. Briggs across the blue line on his backhand, feeds a pass in front. That one doesn't connect, as Gosen was there making sure that he covered the Niagara Purple Eagle that was open in front of the net. Hussey with Knopf on him in the far corner. Hussey getting control of the puck, and he starts out the near side, but he takes a huge hit on the play as Bratton came in and flattened him in the near corner. Bengals still trying to clear the zone. Niagara keeping it in as Knopf has control of the puck. Knopf feeds a pass in front. Fuenstek's shot goes just wide. Hager tries to clear the zone as he takes a big hit on the far wall. That's going to result in a penalty, as charging is the call. And so the Bengals will get a second opportunity here on the power play as Niagara takes a penalty in the offensive zone. And it's going to be number 24, Marcus Bratton, heading to the box. 2 minutes for charging. Bratton had laid a big hit on the other side of the ice about 30 seconds before that. It was the second one, though, that got the call from the official as he hit Mark Hager on the far wall. So Buff State will have a face-off in the offensive zone as they have their second man advantage opportunity here of the evening, looking for the game's first goal. It's going to be Guerrera and Sardina at the point, joined by Lotempio, Schultz, and Rupert up front on the power play for Buff State. Anton Rupert finding control of the puck in the far corner. Back to Guerrera. Guerrera back to Rupert. Rupert carries it in, beats a man, gets a shot taken. That one goes just wide as Siegman might have gotten the skate on that one. Niagara takes advantage of finding a loose puck and they clear the zone, so Guerrera will have to go back for it for Buff State. 1:35 to go in the man advantage. Guerrera to Rupert. Rupert through the neutral zone and across the Niagara blue line. Anton Rupert carries it around behind the net. Now looking for a pass as he tries to feed the one past the defenseman, but Matt Riddle was quick with the stick there, and he sent it the length of the ice, forcing the Bengals to go back after it. Minute 10 in the man advantage for Buff State as Guerrera feeds it up to Rupert. Rupert across the blue line, carrying it in, losing control of the puck. Opportunity to clear the zone. That one's taken by Aaron Longo, but it hit the backup goaltender on the bench for Niagara. So the opportunity to clear doesn't come to fruition for Niagara as their own goaltender was leaning out across the bench. And that'll keep the faceoff in the Niagara end with exactly a minute to go in the Buff State power play. It's going to be Miller, Gosen, and Newman up front with Hahn and Kelly at defense on the power play here. Miller on the far boards, gets it back to Hahn. Hahn and Miller playing catch with it there. Hahn looking for a lane, feeds it down low. That one goes off the backboards. Then a shot quickly taken, save made by Siegman as Kelly slid in and found control of the puck and quickly got it in on goal. Cross ice pass to Miller. Miller looking for another pass out in front. That one doesn't connect, but a loose puck there. Unable to come up with that one was Cole Newman, and that gave the opportunity to Gallagher to clear the zone. 26 seconds in the man advantage as Ryan Hahn carries it through the neutral zone. Hahn slows things down, drops it back to the point. Newman fans on a pass, and that gives another opportunity for the Purple Eagles to clear the zone, and they do so with 15 seconds to go in the power play. Niagara putting some light pressure on there on the penalty kill, and Newman carries it through the neutral zone for Buff State. Newman setting it up back to Hahn. Hahn to Gosen. The penalty is over, and Hahn didn't see the player coming out of the box, but it's kept in by the Bengals as Newman fires a shot in on goal. Save made by Siegman. Bratton, the player that just came out of the box, now with a head of steam through the neutral zone. Steps around Hahn, but can't find control of the puck afterwards. Still has it though and feeds a pass in front. Fuensteck right in on goal. Save made by White. Second save made again, and White covers up for no rebound on that one. Another good opportunity coming out of that penalty kill for Niagara as Marcus Bratton came out of the box with a head of steam, carried it into the offensive zone, and then set up the pass in front of the net for a good scoring opportunity with 2:12 to go in the first period. This broadcast is brought to you by Bob & John's La Hacienda, a Buffalo pizza tradition since 1972. Online ordering, bobandjohns.com. Opportunity for Sardina as he comes in on goal. The goaltender came out of the net to try to make the play. Made the play. No call made on it, though, as Sardina got taken down on that play. Buff State maintaining possession now. Lotempio hit in the corner as Niagara comes out with possession. It's going to be Matt Kilkenny. Gets it up to Fuensteck. Fuensteck to Riddle over the blue line. He loses control of it as Hyde takes it off of his stick. And it's sitting right in front of the net where A.J. White covers it up and forces another stoppage with 1:41 to go here in the period. And that was a bit of an exciting play there as the puck came streaking through the neutral zone, and there was the foot race between Brett Sardina and the goaltender Peyton Siegman. Siegman dove on the play and ended up taking Sardina out. I think that the Buff State side was looking for a penalty on that play, but it ended up being a good defensive play by the goaltender as he kept that breakaway opportunity from happening. Niagara winning the draws. It's Chris Schultz against the near boards. Schultz with Joe Lotempio on him, carries it out in front, shot in on goal. Good strong power forward move there made by number 8 Chris Schultz as the big forward from St. Joe's drove it in towards the net. Got a scoring opportunity there, created all by himself there as he had good patience and puck handling skills carrying it out of the corner and getting that shot in on goal. A.J. White up to the test on that one though. And that'll force a faceoff with 1:28 to go in the Buff State zone to A.J. White's right-hand side. Faceoff is won by the Bengals. That gives him a chance to clear. Lotempio off the far boards where he's got Sardina. Sardina just across the blue line, losing control of the puck. Now in the other direction, it's Riley McKenzie. McKenzie's shot goes just wide, but the puck is kept in by Schultz. Niagara maintaining possession down below the goal line. Pass out in front. That one's intercepted by A.J. White as he got the stick out and intercepted that pass before it could get to its intended target. Ryan Hahn in over the zone. His shot goes off a stick and then up and out of play as Hahn looked to create something from the back end there. Made a good move to get the shot off, but there was a stick in between him and the net, and it ended up deflecting the puck up and out of play, forcing a whistle with 55 seconds to go in the opening period. It's going to be Rupert on for the draw against Briggs for Niagara. Faceoff comes out to Guerrera. Guerrera looks towards the net, tries to fire a shot in on goal. That one hits Briggs in the shin pad, and that gives Niagara a chance to clear it out. Puck in the Buff State zone in the near corner. Pass comes right out in front. Nice blocker save made as Ethan Knopf was open just in the lower part of the circle. Got that shot right in on goal. Through the neutral zone, it's Guerrera. Guerrera's backhand goes across the blue line. And Ryan Miller looks to set up some pressure, knocking his man down right in front of the Niagara bench. Niagara finding possession, though, as it's Brady Knopf in the neutral zone. Dumping it into the Buff State end where Ryan Kelly chases it down. 10 seconds to go here in the first period. Kelly feeds a pass up to Guerrera. Guerrera off the glass and into the neutral zone. Gallagher picking it up there with 5 seconds to go in the period. Brady Knopf feeds a backhand pass off the boards and into the Buffalo State territory. And that will bring period number 1 to a conclusion. And it's a scoreless conclusion between periods 1 and 2, as neither team was able to get on the board in the first 20 minutes of action. And we head to the intermission with the score tied at 0-0. Support for Buffalo State Club Hockey comes from Ivy Lee Pharmacy, a locally owned neighborhood pharmacy for over 60 years. If you're traveling to Canada, PCR COVID tests are available at Ivy Lee with a quick 1-hour turnaround. Ivy Lee Pharmacy, 2446 Elmwood Avenue in Kenmore. Find them online, ivyleepharmacy.com. This broadcast also brought to you by Envious Gameware, the official uniform supplier of the Buffalo State Bengals. Find them online, enviousgameware.com. We're going to step away here for the intermission period, and we'll be back with the start of the second period in about 12 minutes here from Dwyer Arena on the campus of Niagara University. Stay tuned. We'll be back with second period action in just a few moments. Hello again from Dwyer Arena on the campus of Niagara University. We're about set for second period action between the Niagara Purple Eagles and the Buffalo State Bengals. No score through 20 minutes of play here in this opening contest of the 2021-22 season for both teams. Both teams had their opportunities there in the first period. Buff State had two different power play chances, unable to take advantage of either one of their power plays. Niagara also had a chance in the power play as well, unable to get a goal on their man advantage. Plenty of scoring chances throughout for the Buffalo State Bengals. They had a good amount of zone time set up before they drew the game's first penalty, but they've been unable to get one past the goaltender Peyton Siegman thus far. We'll see if they can solve the test of Siegman here in period number 2. Support for Buffalo State Club Hockey comes from Militello Realty, Western New York's premier commercial real estate broker. To buy, sell, or lease any office, industrial, retail, or investment property, trust the unparalleled knowledge and experience of Militello Realty. Find them online at militello.com. And we're about set to go here for second period action from Dwyer Arena, as the Bengals and Purple Eagles look to get the game's first goal and the season's first win in the Upstate New York Collegiate Hockey League. Marcus Bratton finding a loose puck in his own zone. Looks like it got held up by a little bit of water there in the end. And it allows Matt Riddle to pick it up and feed it up to Bratton. Bratton gets it taken off of his stick. Good quick play there by Joe Lotempio, but Lotempio takes a big hit from P.J. Abbott to keep the puck in the zone. Puck comes back to the blue line, kept in by Alex Hussey. Hussey getting a little bit of help there from Schultz, but it comes out into the neutral zone, and the Bengals have to clear. Niagara taking advantage, getting it across through the neutral zone. It's Funestedt getting it across the blue line. Losing control of the puck, however, as a long pass through the neutral zone is attempted. Ryan Hahn unable to find the mark there as Zach Schultz was on the far blue line there. Unable to get that one on the tape. And that results in an icing with 19:15 to go in period number 2. Face-off coming up to the right of Buff State goaltender A.J. White. Scrambled face-off, taken away by Brett Sardina. Sardina and Schultz through the neutral zone. Good defensive play as Brady Knopf got the stick in there to take it off of the stick of Brett Sardina. Sardina dumping it into the zone for Buff State. Sam Moore with the puck behind his own net. Moore gets it up to Ethan Knopf. Unable to get it out of the zone, though, as Ryan Miller steps up and makes a play to keep it in, then lay a hit on Knopf. And then coming in late on the play, Alex Hussey laying a hit, but it looks like we're going to have a penalty called, as the original hit by Ryan Miller is the one that's going to get the penalty. It's going to be a roughing call as he laid out his man right up against the glass here on the near side. And the officials calling this one tightly so far, it seems. There have been a couple of what appeared to be just strong, hard body checks that have been called as penalties, trying to keep a lid on this one early. So Niagara gets their second chance here on the power play with 18:47 to go in the second period. Briggs and Ethan Knopf up front, along with Sam Moore, the starting lineup for the Niagara Purple Eagles, but it's going to be Mike Guerrera taking it away on the shorthanded chance. Guerrera gets around the defenseman. Guerrera in alone, shot on goal, and he scores! Mike Guerrera with a great individual effort, beat two men to a loose puck and then took it in and beat the goaltender. It is now 1-0 Buff State as Guerrera gets the Bengals on the board with a shorthanded goal. Great individual effort on the play by Mike Guerrera as he intercepted a pass inside of his own zone and then got the puck into the neutral zone to clear it out of his own end, then chased it down, beat two men for possession of the puck, and made a great move in on goal, getting this game's first goal with 18:36 remaining here in period number 2. The Bengals are on the board first as they have the 1-0 lead, but Purple Eagles still on the power play. Shot taken by Sisti, right in on goal. Save made by White. Brunning unable to clear the zone. Another opportunity for Sisti as White had to make the blocker save on that one. Niagara looking to get some opportunities here on their power play after giving up the shorthanded goal. It's going to be Riddle carrying it in. Right on the blue line to Quick. Puck is dumped down low as Niagara tries to set up their man advantage. Ryan Kelly doing some good work on the penalty kill. Puck comes back to the point. Dan Quick keeping it in for Niagara with 1:10 on the man advantage. Quick walks the blue line, shot in on goal, redirected, pad save made by White, then it goes off to the side, and it's cleared the length of the ice as Zach Schultz makes a good defensive play to get it out of the zone. Adam Brennan finding a loose puck and clears the length of the ice as well. 50 seconds now remaining in the Buff State power play, or Buff State penalty rather. Shot taken by Riddle, that one goes just wide as the puck's fought for in the far corner. Knopf circles and beats a man. He has it behind the net, now looking for a pass, feeds it back to the point. Matt Riddle has it there. Riddle feeds it back down low to Ethan Knopf. His pass hits a skate. Now Ryan Hahn with a chance to clear it out of the zone, and he is able to do so as he beat Riddle to that puck and got it across the blue line. Niagara brings it in. Looks like it might have been offsides on that play. Riddle with the shot in on goal. That one goes just wide as it might have hit a stick on the way there. Loose puck now in the far corner. Sent the length of the ice with 6 seconds to go in the Buff State penalty. As the puck is cleared out into the neutral zone now, and Niagara brings it into the offensive zone. It's going to be Zach Briggs with it. Briggs with a backhand pass. That one is intercepted by Adam Brennan, and Brennan gets it out of harm's way, clearing it out into the neutral zone where Mark Hager has it. Hager across the blue line, getting it across into the Niagara zone, losing control of the puck, however, and now it's going to be Wojciechowski getting it out for Niagara. Sam Moore tries to get it across to Wojciechowski. That pass doesn't connect, and now Alex Gosin in the other direction. Gosin takes a hit, unable to get it out of the zone, and Wojciechowski keeps it in for the Purple Eagles. Puck comes out there in front of the Niagara benches. They were in the middle of making a change. And now a loose puck here on the near wall as Wojciechowski and Brennan battle for it. Puck comes out the far side up to the blue line, kept in on the play by Abbott. Niagara putting some pressure on here as they're down 1-0 in this contest so far. Buff State getting the shorthanded goal here in the second period. It was Mike Guerrera getting the game's first goal. Longo in the neutral zone. Gets a pass up. It's a 2-on-1 opportunity developing. Pass across. Good defensive play as that pass did not get across to the open man. Buff State clearing the zone. Hager knocking it out of the air and sending it the length of the ice. Icing waved off, though, as Ryan Miller's the first one to it. Miller takes a hit in the offensive zone that allows Niagara to come up with possession. Through the neutral zone now and dumped in as the loose puck is knocked out into the neutral zone by Buff State defenseman Ryan Hahn. Rupert now circles at his blue line and cuts through the neutral zone. 2-on-1 developing. Rupert letting a shot go. Good defensive play made by Abbott, getting the stick on that shot. Rupert now finding possession, getting it down low to Miller. Cross-ice pass doesn't connect with Guerrera. Good stick there by Siegman, cutting off that passing lane. Went off of Siegman's stick and then up and over the glass. And we'll have a face-off with a bit more than 5 minutes gone here in period number 2. Bengals out with the 1-0 lead on the shorthanded goal by Mike Guerrera. Guerrera out there with Rupert and Miller for this draw. Rupert unable to win the draw as Niagara comes up with possession. Brady Knopf gets it to Gallagher. Gallagher skating it across his own blue line. Can't get past Rupert, however, as he created a turnover just inside the Niagara blue line. Now Riley McKenzie has to start back with it for the Purple Eagles. Niagara getting it deep into Buff State territory. It's going to be Ryan Hahn on the near boards. Hahn gets it past 2 different men. Icing waved off on the play as the puck slowly trickles into the Niagara zone. Brady Knopf trying to get it out the near side. Feeds a pass along to Sisti. Sisti across the neutral zone, gets the puck taken off of his stick and loses his stick in the process. And that one's going to be another penalty, it seems, as the slashing call is being made against number 3, Mike Guerrera. As mentioned earlier in this period, anything that resembles a penalty, it appears, is being called a penalty in this contest. So Guerrera was able to knock the puck off of his man's stick, but the stick came out of the player's hands and the penalty was called. And Niagara's going to get another opportunity here with the power play with 14:19 to go in period number 2. Lotempio and Schultz out to kill this penalty. Ryan Hahn and Ryan Kelly on defense for the Buff State Bengals. Niagara with possession off the draw. Gallagher's pass doesn't connect. Now a loose puck in the far corner. Ryan Hahn finding possession of it there. Now tries to get around 2 different people and get the puck out of the zone. Hahn with 2 men on him again in the far corner as he tries to find possession of that one. Schultz comes in to give some assistance, but Niagara coming out with possession of it as Briggs made a good play. Shot taken from the point. That one hits a stick, goes high up over the net into the protective netting, almost over the protective netting. And that's going to force another stoppage and face-off in the Buff State end with 1:31 to go in the penalty. 13:50 remaining here in period number 2. Buff State leading this one by a score of 1-0. Face-off won by the Bengals. Hahn tries to clear it, unable to get it past Dan Quick. Niagara now setting up their power play. Down low to Ethan Knopf. Knopf makes a good move, drives in towards the net, but A.J. White was quick with the paddle of the stick there. Fired it out and got it right on the puck and forcing the turnover and then clearing of the zone by the Bengals. 1:10 to go in the penalty as Quick breaks it out for the Niagara Purple Eagles. Up to Knopf. Ethan Knopf over the blue line. Shot taken right into the breadbasket of A.J. White. And he hangs on for another whistle. Exactly a minute to go in the penalty. And both teams will make changes. Our coverage brought to you by Ivy Lee Pharmacy, a locally owned neighborhood pharmacy for over 60 years. Traveling to Canada, PCR COVID tests available at Ivy Lee with a quick 1-hour turnaround. Ivy Lee, 2446 Elmwood Avenue in Kenmore. Niagara keeping it in with 55 seconds to go in the penalty, but Dan Quick was a little bit sloppy with his pass down low into the zone. It went up into the Niagara bench. And now the faceoff will come out into the neutral zone with 54 seconds remaining in the Buff State penalty. Niagara winning the draw, getting the puck into the zone. Puck is though cleared by Jeff Hyde, and Niagara will have to chase it back down into its own end, but Anton Rupert putting on some pressure there. Rupert 1-on-2 on the penalty kill, but Dan Quick's the one that comes out with it. Across the blue line, it's Funesteck. Can't control the puck past 2 Buff State players, and now Rupert gets it out of the zone for the Bengals. Niagara forcing to regroup in their own end. Unable to get it deep into the Buff State end, and that one is sent through the neutral zone. A hand pass called on the play. It's going to force another stoppage in play. And 30 seconds now remaining on that Buff State penalty. So out there to kill the remaining part of this penalty, it's going to be Alex Hussey and Ryan Hahn on defense. Up front, Cole Newman and Mark Hager. Bengals win the faceoff, get it deep into the offensive zone. Brady Knopf starts the breakout for Niagara. Pass up to Briggs. Briggs across the blue line with some room to take a shot. That one goes off the stick of A.J. White and up and over the net as Niagara finds possession again. Briggs with the puck in his skates, finds control of it, sends a pass back to the point to Gallagher. Gallagher back to Briggs. Briggs letting the shot go, blocked by Hussey. And now Hussey with a chance to carry it through the neutral zone himself. Hussey makes a move around Briggs and gets it deep into the zone as the Bengals come back to full strength. Sam Moore with control of the puck in his own end. Moore generating some speed, bringing it up the near side through the neutral zone. Gets it taken off of his stick by Guerrera. Moore finding possession of it again, though, and getting it to Knopf. Cole Newman clearing the zone, getting it up to Guerrera. Now a 2-on-1 developing. Guerrera across to Hager. Hager can't handle the pass, back out in front. Couldn't quite get the shot opportunity for the Bengals there as they definitely had numbers in transition. Guerrera looking to bring it in on transition again. Guerrera going wide, sends a cross-ice pass to Hager. Hager then circles and feeds it back to Ryan Hahn. Hahn gets it down deep. Cole Newman's shot taken from a hard angle, hits the side of the net. And Gallagher tries to clear it up the near side, but Ryan Hahn steps in to make a play. Guerrera now at the midpoint. Circles, fires it in towards the goal. Glove save made by Siegman. He was out the top of his crease to make that save as Mike Guerrera found a loose puck at the top of the zone. Circled and fired the shot quickly in on net. And Siegman making the save to keep this a 1-0 Buff State lead. 11:26 remaining here in period number 2. As Joe Lotempio comes out to take the draw for Buff State. Lehman finding control of it for Niagara, though. Schultz finding a loose puck, however. Zach Schultz getting it down low. Finds Brett Sardina. Sardina behind the Niagara net, feeds it back to the point. Kept in on the play for the Bengals. Ryan Kelly getting it down low. Kept in by Joe Lotempio. Drop past Adam Brennan. His shot taken. Hits a body. Deflected in front. Loose puck in front. Unable to get it past the goaltender was Schultz. Lotempio not letting a shot go from just inside the hash marks. Another shot taken as Brett Sardina found a loose puck and fired that one in from the slot. As the goaltender Siegman's being tested again here in the second period. It's a 1-0 Buff State lead, and they're looking to add to it. Puck inside the Bengals zone, however, as Abbott fires a shot towards the net. That one goes just wide on the catching side of A.J. White. And now we have the puck cleared down into the Niagara zone, and it's going to result in an icing on the play. With 10:33 remaining in the second period, still a 1-0 Buff State lead. Our coverage is brought to you by the law offices of Nicholas J. Narchis, an advocate for Western New Yorkers with blue-collar roots, providing efficient and cost-effective representation. Find Nicholas Narchis online at narchislaw.com. Anton Rupert with the breakout pass through the neutral zone. That one doesn't connect and back into the Buff State territory. Loose puck, Adam Brennan trying to get it out of two different Niagara players' skates. Manages to do so, gets it to Joe Lotempio. Lotempio with the backhand pass all the way out into the neutral zone. Schultz finding a loose puck just outside the Niagara blue line. Niagara, though, starting the other way. This is Longo. Aaron Longo into the zone. Backhand shot taken. Save made by A.J. White. Rebound was up in the air there for a moment, and he got the blocker on that to get it out of harm's way. Miller now gets it out of the Buff State end, but his pass is intercepted. That gives an opportunity for Niagara to bring it back into the zone as Miller lost control of his stick there on the play as it comes down into Purple Eagle territory. Niagara trying to break it out. Pass intercepted. Got it in front. Ryan Miller tries to make a move around one man. Then with a wraparound attempt. That one doesn't go as a couple of big hits there being laid late. Miller down on the ice. Siegman down on the ice as well. The Niagara net has been dislodged, and the referee is signaling that there are going to be some penalties called here on this play. As number 25, Matt Kilkenny, might have gotten himself a little bit of an extra one there. Looks like you have two different Niagara players heading to the box right now, Aaron Longo and Matt Kilkenny. And we'll keep an eye out for what the penalty calls here are on this play. Bengals could come out with a two-man advantage here from this. We'll have to see exactly what the call is, as there was a scramble in front of the net. A couple of different chances had by the Bengals there. And after the scramble, Miller got labeled in the corner after the whistle. Siegman ended up down on the ice. The net was off, and there are two different Niagara penalties up on the board right now. That could change as the referee is still over there, but it looks like, based on the number of skaters on the ice, Bengals are going to have a 5-on-3 opportunity coming up, looking to add to that 1-0 lead. So we have a conversation going on at the Niagara bench. Referee giving an explanation to the Purple Eagle coaching staff. And based on what I see on the scoreboard and players on the ice, it's going to be a 5-on-3 opportunity. Bengals have a golden chance here to add to their 1-0 lead with 9:28 to go in period number 2. Referees still completing their conversation here, as a third Niagara player has gone to the penalty box to serve a penalty, I'm guessing. So probably had a pair of 2-minute minors called against Niagara on the play, as well as an unsportsmanlike conduct, 10-minute misconduct called. So it's a 5-on-3 coming up here, as the Bengals look to win possession off the draw. Unable to do so, though, is a good play by P.J. Abbott to clear it the length of the ice, getting it past Mike Guerrera. Sardina back for it as Buff State starts their breakout. We have a whistle, though, in the neutral zone, as we have a stoppage in play, and I'm not quite sure why. Well, there's a conversation between one official and a couple of the Buff State players. And now there's a conversation being had. Oh, the clock didn't start. That makes sense. Clock still reads 2 minutes in terms of the penalties, even though probably about 15 seconds had run off of the calls. So the referees stopped play when they realized that the clock had not gotten started. So they're going to try to correct the exact time on the clock. It should be, there was 9:28 to go in the period when the penalties were taken. So by my math, that's 23 seconds off the game clock. And the penalties should then read 1:37. Our coverage is brought to you by Bob & John's La Hacienda, a Buffalo pizza tradition since 1972. Located on Hurdle Avenue in North Buffalo, online ordering available for pickup and delivery, bobandjohns.com. Still trying to sort things out with the scorekeeper, as it appears the penalty clock did not start. We're still battling to try to figure out exactly how much time should be left in the period, as well as on the penalties. So we'll give them a moment to get things sorted out, as the Niagara team gathers around its bench during this little bit of a delay. The Buff State team is actually just inside of their own blue line up against the near boards here, as they're discussing their power play strategy. Still trying to get things sorted in the scorer's box, as both teams kind of wait out this delay, and we do so as well. Bengals now drifting back over to their bench, getting some words from Coach Shevchuk. As the time clock situation remains to be an issue here. This broadcast also brought to you by Envious Gameware, the official uniform supplier of the Buffalo State Bengals. Find them online at enviousgameware.com. Taking a look at some other games that are happening this weekend. Alfred State plays at Gannon tonight. That is at 9 p.m. at the Erie Insurance Arena in Erie, PA. Canisius is at Fredonia this weekend. That game is taking place tomorrow at 5 p.m. That is a West Divisional game. Meanwhile, tonight at 7:45, Cornell is at Binghamton in a Central Division game. Binghamton also in action tomorrow against Union. Our out-of-town scoreboard presented by Militello Realty, Western New York's premier commercial real estate broker. Any office, industrial, retail, or investment property, you can trust the unparalleled knowledge and experience of Militello Realty. Find them online, militello.com. Still haven't gotten the penalty times sorted out on the clock. I don't think they have the game time right either. I'm pretty sure it was 9:28 when the penalties were taken. The clock now reads 9:40. And the penalties weren't changed, but there should be about a minute 37 and a little bit less now in the 5-on-3. Anton Rupert bringing it in across the blue line for Buff State. Rupert circles the net as the Bengals look to set it up 5-on-3. Rupert settling that puck down, gets it back to the point to Guerrera. Guerrera cross-ice pass. Sardina's shot hits a leg. That one goes wide. Now it's on the back of the net as Joe Lotempio tries to find possession. Lotempio back to the point to Guerrera. Guerrera across to Sardina as the two of them play catch with it. Cross-ice pass. Anton Rupert shoots and scores. The Fairbanks, Alaska native in his first game for Buffalo State. He's on the board with a power play goal as Buff State is now in front 2-0. Anton Rupert with the one-timer as he took the pass from Mike Guerrera. Bengals had set up the power play nicely, and Rupert's shot was too much for the goaltender Siegman to handle. It got through him and into the back of the net, giving the Bengals the 2-0 lead. And they still have some time left here on the man advantage. Should be a little bit more than a minute, even though the clock says a minute 24 at present time. So Bengals still with the 5-on-4, and now with a 2-0 lead here in this contest. Puck is dumped in by the Bengals. Sardina looking for another opportunity. His shot right in on goal. Save made on the play by Siegman. Bengals trying to set it up again on the far wall. Sardina settles it down, gets it across to Guerrera. Guerrera's shot in on goal. That one hits a body and then goes into the net. Mike Guerrera fired the shot from the point. Couldn't tell if it hit a Niagara skate or a Buff State player's skate, but it is a second power play goal. The Bengals taking big advantage of this 5-on-3, getting 2 goals in a little over a minute with the man advantage, and it's now a 3-0 lead for the Buff State Bengals. Bengals striking quickly here in period number 2. They got a 2-man advantage, and they made sure that they took advantage of that, getting 2 goals. First one scored by number 7, Anton Rupert. Not sure if we're going to have Mike Guerrera getting his second of the goal there, even though it was him that took the shot from the point. Got redirected and in past the goaltender Siegman. And now you got Buff State trying to put some more pressure on in the offensive zone. Puck kept down low, pass out in front. Hager can't handle it. Would have been all alone in front of the net. Just couldn't get it from his backhand to his forehand. Quick now with the pass, and now Niagara looking to counter. Riddle across the blue line, feeds a cross-ice pass. That one doesn't connect. Fuensteck was open there on the far side. Bengals now carrying it in. It's Hager. Hager tries to get around a man, loses control of the puck. Kept in on the play by Gosen. Niagara finding possession. It's Gallagher. Gallagher up the far wall for Niagara. Bengals out in front 3-0 in this contest. 7:40 to go here in period number 2 as Mark Hager tries to create something just inside the blue line. He gets laid out there but gets the pass along to Newman, and Cole Newman rips it past the goaltender Siegman. Mark Hager taking a little bit of abuse to make a play. He'll pick up an assist, and Cole Newman's got his first goal of the season. It's 4-0 Buff State. Bengals showing a strong offensive presence here in period number 2, picking up all 4 goals here in the period and opening up a 4-0 lead against the Niagara Purple Eagles. And it appears that we're going to have a goaltending change as well. As coming into the net now for Niagara, it's going to be number 72, Ethan Uttermark. So with 4 quick goals in little bit more than 12 minutes here in period number 2. The Bengals have driven quickly out in front, have a 4-0 lead, and Niagara's trying to flip the script and get a little bit of a change sparked in their bench as they made the goaltending change here in the middle of the second period. Rupert takes a hit just inside the Niagara blue line. Buff State looking to put some more pressure on. Gallagher takes a hit as the Bengals keep it in. Back to the point to Brennan. Brennan loads up and lets a shot go. That one gets blocked by Ethan Knopf, but Brennan slides in to keep the play moving. Shot taken by Rupert, gloved out of the air by Abbott. Now Niagara trying to go back in the other direction, but Ryan Kelly makes a play just inside his own blue line. Ryan Miller now in the offensive zone for Buff State. Turnaround shot by Sardina. That one goes just wide. P.J. Abbott in the far corner trying to start the breakout up the far side, but Ryan Miller gets in his way and cuts that pass off. And he sends it down low where Brett Sardina chases it down for Buff State. Sardina trying to get around his man along the hash marks, but a good defensive play by Ethan Knopf. And now Knopf goes through the neutral zone out to Sam Moore. Moore getting it down low. Joe Lotempio chasing it down. Losing control of it though is Ethan Knopf in on the forecheck. Ryan Kelly there causing some troubles for him though, as Niagara now has it out at the point. Brady Knopf's shot is blocked on its way into the net. Sardina then clears the zone for Buff State. And Niagara has to chase it down inside their own territory with 6:02 to go here in the second period. Going to have a penalty coming up here as it looks like the Bengals are going to get called for a hooking call in the offensive zone. It's a holding call actually, but it is Zach Schultz getting the call as he quickly went to the box. He was actually at the penalty box door before the referee made the first signal of the call. So Niagara gets a chance to counter here on a power play of their own with 5:55 to go in the second period. It is a 4-0 lead for Buff State here in this contest. Bengals getting all 4 of their goals here in the second period. And it appears that Niagara has called a timeout here to get ready for this man advantage. Bengals leading by a score of 4-0 in this one. A little bit less than 6 minutes remaining in the second period. Support for Buffalo State Club Hockey comes from Ivy Lee Pharmacy, a locally owned neighborhood pharmacy for over 60 years. If you're traveling to Canada, Ivy Lee has PCR COVID tests with a quick 1-hour turnaround. Find Ivy Lee Pharmacy at 2446 Elmwood Avenue in Kenmore and online at ivyleepharmacy.com. Our coverage is also brought to you by the law offices of Nicholas J. Narchis, an advocate for Western New Yorkers with blue-collar roots. Nicholas J. Narchis providing efficient and cost-effective representation. More information online at narchislaw.com. Okay, with the timeout taking place, here's that Niagara is ready for their power play now in the offensive zone. Faceoff will be coming up to the goaltender's right. Guerrera on for the draw for Buff State, but Briggs wins it for Niagara. Back to the point to Abbott. Abbott getting it down low. That pass doesn't connect. Now a chance to clear the zone, and Guerrera can't do so though. Good play made by Abbott just inside the blue line. Niagara keeping it in. Brady Knopf getting it over to the side wall. It's Sam Moore with the puck. Moore feeds it down low to Briggs. Briggs circles behind the net, feeds a pass back to the point. Abbott on his backhand with Guerrera on him. Guerrera makes a nice play there as he spun and took it off of the man's stick and then sent it the length of the ice into the Niagara end. So 1:25 to go in the man advantage for the Purple Eagles. Sam Moore carrying it across the blue line for the Purple Eagles. Moore stops, tries to feed a pass out in front. Shot taken there by Chris Schultz, just barely missing the far post. Niagara keeping it in. Abbott at the point. Abbott carries it in, lets a shot go. That one hits a skate. Alex Gosen getting in the way of that one and blocking the shot on the way to the net. Kept in by Briggs. Briggs losing control of it though, and it's Ryan Kelly in behind his own net with 54 seconds to go in the penalty. Kelly tries to clear it, but that one hits a stick and goes up into the protective netting. So we're going to have a stoppage in play with 49 seconds to go in the Niagara man advantage. Niagara making some changes here, getting 5 new players onto the ice. A couple of changes also coming for Buff State, as it's going to be Bratton taking this draw for the Niagara Purple Eagles against Cole Newman. Draw is scrambled, and coming out with it is Ryan Miller, 1-on-2 through the neutral zone. Miller steps around the defenseman, gets control of the puck in the near corner. Miller now presses it up against the boards to kill some time with 3 Niagara players on him. And behind the net now it is Dan Quick. Quick with 30 seconds to go in the Niagara power play. Gets it up to Funesteck. Funesteck can't handle it though. And now Buff State with the chance with the shorthanded opportunity. It's Ryan Miller across the blue line. Miller toward the end of his shift just fires it in towards net. And that gives a chance for Niagara to carry it out uncontested with 10 seconds to go in the Buff State penalty. Knopf across the blue line, loses control of it though. Good stick play there by the Bengals as they made sure that Knopf did not have a lane into the high slot, sending it the length of the ice and killing off the remainder of the penalty. So Niagara was looking to get something started there with that man advantage, calling the timeout beforehand, but unable to do so. And maybe only getting 1 or 2 shots on the power play. Now a break opportunity for the Bengals. It's Sardina across the blue line. Sardina with Schultz, lets the shot go. That one goes off the goaltender's glove. Uttermark making a good save as he had his first test here of the evening as he came on in relief here midway through the second. Shot taken. That one goes off the arm of A.J. White. Had a little bit of difficulty finding control of it as it went up into the air and then was gloved down, and a glove pass, hand pass, is the call on the play against the Niagara Purple Eagles. So the faceoff will come out into the neutral zone as a result. Both teams making some changes with 3:22 to play in period number 2. Faceoff will be coming right below our broadcast position, just in front of the Buff State blue line. Joe Lotempio winning the draw, gets it up to Sardina. Sardina tries to get around the defenseman. Good defensive play made there, though, and now Niagara tries back in the other direction. It's a 4-on-2 possibly developing. Lotempio coming back late, though, defensively, and Ryan Kelly making a great play in the near corner to drive Schultz off of that puck. Kept in by Longo. Longo with 2 men on him. Can't get it away from Brennan as Brennan gets it off of his stick and then clears it out of the zone just past the glove of Aiden Wojciechowski. Loose puck collected by Wojciechowski as he carries it inside the Buff State end. His shot right in on goal. Pad save made by A.J. White. The rebound was out in front for a little bit of time there, but Schultz got to it and cleared it out of the zone for Buff State. 2:33 in the second period as the puck is loose in the neutral zone, and Captain Joe sets it up for Adam Brennan for the Bengals. Ryan Kelly dumping it into the offensive zone as Niagara looks to break it out the far side. Kelly gets over to his point position, though, and keeps it in. Feeds it down low to Miller. Miller around 1 man with the puck in the corner now. Feeds it behind the net. Can't connect with Schultz there. Back to the point to Adam Brennan. Brennan can't get that pass to Lotempio, and now a chance for Niagara to clear. Unable to do so, though, keeping it in on play with Schultz. Schultz couldn't get an offensive opportunity, though, as they kept Niagara from getting it out of the zone briefly on the forecheck opportunity. Adam Brennan dumping it in just barely across the blue line. Niagara finding possession and starting back in the other direction with Tyler Funesteck. Funesteck and Ryan Hahn engaged in a little bit of a tussle there in front of the net. They separate as Buff State gets it into the offensive zone with 1:30 to go here in the period. Niagara can't connect on a breakout pass, and keeping it is Anton Rupert. Rupert along the board, steps around a defenseman, gets it out towards the front of the net, shot in on goal, rebound opportunity. Rupert just couldn't get that one past Uttermark. Puck comes back to the point. Hussey can't keep it in, but sliding over to provide some assistance is Ryan Hahn. Hahn picks up the puck in the neutral zone and sends it into the offensive end, where Rupert sets up Guerrera. Guerrera with the shot in on goal, and Uttermark had to be quick with that one, as that opportunity developed very quickly in front of the Niagara net. Guerrera and Rupert combining there for that scoring chance. Guerrera and Rupert both on the scoreboard here in this contest so far. Guerrera getting the game's first goal on the shorthanded goal. Rupert scoring the game's second goal on the power play. Not sure yet if Guerrera got the third Buff State goal, as that shot did look like it was deflected on the way in. We'll have to wait on the official scoring on that one. Shot taken just inside the blue line as Rupert looked to get another opportunity. That save was made, and a rebound opportunity just went wide. Hussey keeps it in at the near point. Comes back out to him, and he keeps it in again, taking another big hit just inside the blue line. As we have a whistle, as two players got tangled up. Hussey back to his skates. But the referee is over at the scorer's box to see exactly what he has to say to the officials over there. It's a minute one. Again, it was the clock, because there was a minute one in the period right before that last whistle. And again, there was a minute one when the referee went over there to have a conversation with the scorekeeper. So the clock is currently ticking right now, and we have 46-45. They'll get it figured out exactly how much time's left in the period, but we are under a minute here in period number 2. Buff State leading this contest 4-0. All 4 goals scored here in the second period. And the clock now reads 27 seconds. The officials like that number, and we're underway again as Hager brings it across the blue line. Cole Newman with 2 players on him at the hash marks. Back to the point to Ryan Hahn. His shot taken in on goal. Good save made there by Uttermark, as that one appeared to have go through a bit of a screen as there was a defenseman in front of the goaltender. Good save made there, and no rebound as well. Newman on for the draw for Buff State against Briggs. Briggs winning the draw for Niagara, and the Purple Eagles look to break it out with a high flip pass into the neutral zone. Alex Gosen finds control of it, though, for the Bengals. Gets it across the blue line to Hager. Hager's drop pass doesn't connect, and now Ryan Kelly has to go back into the neutral zone for it. As he slides a pass across to Ryan Hahn, the horn sounds faintly, but it did sound, and that brings the second period to an end. We're through 40 minutes of play from Dwyer Arena on the campus of Niagara University, and the score is 4-0 Buff State. Unofficially scoring goals in that period were Anton Rupert getting the second goal. Mike Guerrera had the game's first goal. I'm going to say Guerrera had the third goal for now. We'll wait till we have a correction on the official scoring of that one, as he did take the shot from the point. Not sure if anyone got a piece of it on its way there. The fourth goal was scored by Cole Newman, giving the Bengals the 4-0 lead. This broadcast is brought to you by Envious Gameware, the official uniform supplier of the Buffalo State Bengals. Find them online at enviousgameware.com. Also brought to you by Bob and John's La Hacienda, a Buffalo pizza tradition since 1972. Located on Hurdle Avenue in North Buffalo. Online ordering for pickup and delivery, bobandjohns.com. We're going to step away for a moment, be back for the start of the third period. Stay tuned, more Bengals hockey on the way. again from Dwyer Arena in Lewiston, New York, on the campus of Niagara University. We're about set for third period action between the Niagara Purple Eagles and your Buffalo State College Bengals. Bengals had a big second period here in this contest, scoring all 4 of their goals. Getting the first one on the board was Mike Guerrera scoring a shorthanded goal. Anton Rupert got his first goal as a Bengal, a power play goal, the second goal of the game, giving the Bengals a 2-0 lead. The third goal seems to be up for debate. We're going to currently, in the press box, give it to number 44, Zach Schultz. It was definitely deflected on the way to the net. We have at least a couple of different opinions that think it was Schultz that got the goal, deflecting in the shot from Mike Guerrera from the point on the power play. That made it 3-0. Then Cole Newman picked up a goal, assisted by Mark Hager. Mark Hager taking a big hit just inside the blue line, but making the play to get it to Newman. And Newman burying the snapshot, getting it past the goaltender to make it 4-0. That led to a goalie change from Niagara. And they're looking to stem the tide here as Buff State has had good control in this action throughout, taking advantage of their power plays in the second period and opening up a 4-0 lead, also leading in shots on goal in this game by a count of 29-16. We're underway here in the third period. 4-0 Buff State is the score as Niagara has the puck inside their own zone. Dan Quick trying to feed it out the near side. Gets it past a forechecker and on into the Buff State zone. Ryan Hahn back for it. Hahn with a man on him. Pivots and gets it away from him. Feeds it up to Schultz. Schultz high through the air into the neutral zone. Quick tries to glove it down there. He had Sardina on him, causing some pressure. Now the Purple Eagles counter in the neutral zone. Sisti unable to get it past Hussey as Hussey knocks it through center ice and into the Niagara territory. But it's Dan Quick picking it up there and feeding it into Buff State territory as a couple of different Purple Eagles make a change. Hussey with a little bit of room to maneuver here. Sends a pass up the far side. He's got Joe Lotempio in the neutral zone. Lotempio spins and fires it into the zone and heads off for a change as all 5 Bengals are making changes. And Dan Quick has an unobstructed way out of his zone, getting it into the neutral zone and then dumping it in where he takes a hit from Mike Guerrera. Riddle behind the net for Niagara. Knocked off the puck by Adam Brennan. Brennan then feeds a pass out into the neutral zone where he's got Ryan Miller with some speed. Miller over the blue line, gets it through his legs, tries to feed the pass out in front. Great looking play there, almost connected as Guerrero was there on the backhand in front of the net. Riddle now trying to get it into the offensive zone. Great play made by Ryan Miller as he was charging back on the back check. Dove to get in between the shooting in the passing lane there and keep that pass from getting across for Niagara. Rupert takes a hit behind the net, loses control of the puck, but he gets it on to Guerrera. Guerrera can't get it out. Knopf shot in on goal. Save made by the goaltender, A.J. White, as the slowly rolling, bouncing shot from the point from Brady Knopf ended up all the way in on net. White just covered it up for a whistle. 18-10 to go here in the second period. It is still a 4-0 Buff State lead. Support for Buffalo State Club Hockey comes from Envious Gameware, the official uniform supplier of the Bengals. Find them online at enviousgameware.com. Face-off turnover, right in on goal. Shot taken there by Briggs. Stick save made on the play by A.J. White as the Bengals turned it over in their own end, giving the Purple Eagles a chance here in the third period. Wojciechowski back after it, loses control of it. Hager tries to stuff it in on the wraparound. Some good instant personal offense there as Mark Hager created his own turnover and then got it right in on net quickly. Sam Moore through the neutral zone. Loses control of it as it's Ryan Hahn taking him off of the puck. Moore and Hahn still battling in there for it as Ethan Knopf comes in to help for Niagara. Hahn takes down Moore on the play. And now 2 players from each side try to find a loose puck. Hahn lays a hit on Briggs. As coming over to pick it up is Moore. Moore gets it behind the net. Pass from behind there. Unable to get it out in front as there's going to be a penalty coming up on the play. The back official in the neutral zone is the one signaling it. We'll take a look at what he's calling. It is a holding penalty with 17:07 to go in the third period. And Niagara's going to get another chance on the power play here as they look to claw their way back into this game. Buff State leading this one by a score of 4-0. So a big chance for Niagara here as they're trying to get back into this game. As they get their power play unit of Sisti, Schultz, and Bratton up front. On the point, it's Quick and number 3, PJ Abbott, but they can't keep the puck in and they have to go back down into their own territory to chase it down. Abbott with some room on the near side. Up to Sisti and across the blue line. Sisti stops, has a man on him and tries to get it down low, and then Ryan Kelly lays a big hit on him. That allows the Bengals to send it all the way back down into Niagara territory, where Uttermark starts the breakout, gets it up to Abbott. Abbott's pass goes too far for its intended target. That's going to result in an icing here on the power play, so the faceoff is going to come all the way back down into Purple Eagle territory. And the faceoff will be to Uttermark's right with 1:27 to go in the Niagara power play. So the Bengals with an offensive zone faceoff on the penalty kill. It's going to be Mike Guerrero taking the draw for the Bengals. Draw is scrambled as Guerrero gets taken down. Puck in behind the net. Abbott setting it up for Niagara. Up the near side to Bratton. Bratton through center ice, loses control of it though as Guerrero got a stick on it. Shot taken though as the Niagara Purple Eagles found control of the puck, and Briggs fired a high shot that went up and over top of the cage. Niagara looking to counter now. That pass goes astray, and now a chance to clear the zone again. And Ryan Kelly sending it down into Niagara territory. Dan Quick now through the neutral zone. His pass doesn't connect. And now Ryan Kelly circles behind his own zone, back into his own zone, playing catch now with Adam Brennan as they kill off this penalty. All the way up to Guerrero at the Niagara blue line. Guerrero goes around his man, just feeds it down low, and then heads off for a change, as there is now 35 seconds remaining in the Niagara power play. This is Brady Knopf with it. Gets it to his brother Ethan Knopf, up to Briggs. His shot taken. Blocker save made on the play by A.J. White. Didn't look like Briggs was going to quite get that one up on net, but A.J. got the glove on that one to make sure. Really good blocker save made there, as that one definitely did get in on goal. The shot taken from the point. Puck down low for Niagara now. Alex Hussey making a good defensive play with 7 seconds to go in the Buff State penalty, but Niagara keeping it in. Sam Moore looking to set it up in the corner. Back to Gallagher. His shot goes wide off the backboards, now loose in front. And picked up by Briggs as Buff State returns to full strength. Clearing attempt doesn't get out. Shot taken by Gallagher. Good glove save made on the play by A.J. White, as there might have been a bit of a screen there in front that Gallagher tried to take advantage of. But A.J. had a view of that one the entire way. Held on for a whistle with a little more than 5 minutes gone here in the third period. Bengals leading this one still by a score of 4-0. Face-off won by Niagara. Shot taken in on goal. Backhander. Opportunity in front. That one hit the post. Zach Briggs with a glorious opportunity, but it looked like his backhand shot just hit the post. Then he knocks down Jack Schultz in the neutral zone. Puck down low in the Buff State offensive zone. And we have a whistle as there's a penalty called. It's the back official again making the call. And it appears to be an interference call being signaled, and it's going to be number 16, Tyler Funsteck, heading to the penalty box for Niagara. So after the Niagara power play was unsuccessful, now the Bengals get another chance on the power play with 14:35 to go in the third. Bengals still enjoying the 4-0 lead. Face-off will be coming up to Uttermark's right, and it's going to be Cole Newman taking the draw for the Bengals. Newman winning it cleanly back to Hahn. Hahn sets it up to Miller. Miller back to Hahn at the midpoint. Shot taken in on goal. Glove save, but a rebound sat there briefly. Good defensive play by Chris Fiacco to get it out of the zone for Niagara. With 15 seconds gone in the man advantage, Ryan Hahn starts out from behind his own net. Hahn up to Ryan Miller with some room on the far side. Miller stopping just at the top of the circles. Gets it back to Ryan Kelly. Kelly to Hahn at the midpoint. Back over across to Miller. His shot in on goal. Rebound opportunity sitting there briefly. Uttermark can't find it. Can't cover it up as it's going to be Miller getting it back in front. That shot taken there by Ryan Kelly. Save made on the play by Uttermark. Bengals keeping it in, keeping that pressure on. Ryan Kelly settling it down at the point. Gets it across to Cole Newman. Newman to Miller. Miller back out to the point to Hahn, and now back over to Miller. Miller looks off the one intended target and then feeds a pass that ended up going between the two defensemen. So Buff State has to travel back into its own zone and break it out again from behind the net with Ryan Hahn. Hahn with some space as he carries it over his own blue line. Now into the Niagara zone. Hahn chases it down himself. He's got two men on him. Anton Rupert helping out a little bit, getting it back to Schultz. Schultz cross ice pass to Newman. He can't handle it as it goes through his skates. And then Niagara sends it the length of the ice with 32 seconds to go in the Niagara penalty. Joe Lotempio with a cross ice pass. That one doesn't find its mark, and now Gallagher chases it down. Gallagher almost had his goaltender Uttermark run into him there on the play, as there were a couple of different players from each side trying to find possession of that loose puck. Battle for a loose puck now on the far wall at the hash marks inside the Niagara zone. Coming out with it's going to be Ethan Knopf, but he can't get it past the point man as it's Sardina knocking it out of the air. But now an opportunity for Niagara, 2-on-1 developing here. Shot taken. Great save by A.J. White. Ethan Knopf ripping that shot while he had a man in front. Couldn't get it past White, and there was no rebound on the play again. Something that we've talked about numerous times in A.J. White's appearances for the Bengals. His excellent rebound control, another example of it right there, as he made sure there was no second chance for the Purple Eagles on the 2-on-1. Face-off won by Newman as the Bengals try to clear it out, unable to get it past the point man Abbott. Abbott lets the shot go. Quick glove save made by A.J. White, hangs on for another whistle. And that won't be coming up to his glove hand side, the far side of the Buff State zone. 12:23 to go here in period number 3. It's still a 4-0 Buffalo State lead. Bengals getting control of the puck off the face-off. Hager with the puck in his skates, can't get it out of the zone. Now Riddle with some room. Riddle lets the shot go. Blocker save made. Rebound out into the circle. Newman trying to come up with that loose puck. He can't get it out, however. Now a shot taken. That one goes wide and into the corner. Owen Lehman now tries his hand at a point shot. That one goes off the left pad of A.J. White. And the rebound is cleared out of danger. Bengals now in transition. Can't get it into the zone, as it was P.J. Abbott coming up to get control of that loose puck, keeping Mark Hager from getting there. Abbott, however, chipped it into his own bench. Must have been the third or fourth time that's happened today where the Niagara bench got a puck sent into it. That's what's going to cause this face-off coming up in the Niagara zone to the right of the goaltender Uttermark. 11:53 remaining here in the third period as the Bengals are enjoying a 4-0 lead. Quick turnaround shot taken out by Newman as the draw was scrambled. That one went just wide, though, as it was a creative way to create a shot on goal. Puck down into the Buff State territory now. Bratton peels off, gets a shot in on goal as he got Hussey off of that puck. Now a chance for the Bengals in transition. Alex Gosen with the puck in his skates. Gets it across to Hager. Hager's shot goes it up over top of the cage. And it's kept in on the play by Ryan Hahn. Hahn behind the Niagara net. And now the Purple Eagles with a chance to break it out the far side. It's Nathan Sisti. Sisti tries to get around two different men, loses control of the puck, then gets knocked down on the play by Newman. And now the Bengals in transition. Lotempio over the blue line, has one man on him. Good defensive play made by Sam Moore on the back check, but keeping it in is Ryan Hahn. Schultz now behind the net. Schultz spins around, pass out in front. That one almost a great opportunity for Joe Lotempio, but he couldn't quite manage to corral that one. Now out in front to Sardina. He lets the shot go. Rebound sitting there, and it goes underneath the goaltender Uttermark as Joe Lotempio was trying to kick it from his skates to his stick, but it ended up under the pad of the goaltender, and he held it there for a whistle. 10:43 remaining here in this third period. Bengals still leading this one by a score of 4-0. Good opportunities being created in the offensive zone for the Bengals. Started in transition as they created a turnover in their own end. Now looking to create something off of their own transition is Niagara. That shot taken right in on goal by Ethan Knopf. Juggled briefly by the glove hand of A.J. White, but he held on and covered that one up for another faceoff. 10:33 now remaining here in the third period. Faceoff comes back to the Niagara point man, keeps it in. Brady Knopf on that play. And now 2 men on Ryan Kelly and behind the net. Sam Moore chips it out of traffic there and gets it to Ethan Knopf. His pass out in front, shot taken. That one goes off a body and goes just wide. Pass out in front again. That one another good defensive play made by the Bengals as they're making sure they keep their sticks in those passing lanes, especially as Niagara tries to get those passes out in front, as they've been doing a number of times here. Aiden Wojciechowski now tries the wraparound. That one doesn't connect. Now a shot taken. It's Ethan Knopf with the rebound opportunity, and he beats A.J. White up top. And Niagara's on the board. It's a 4-1 game. Number 15, Ethan Knopf, the freshman from Rochester, has the first Niagara goal of this game and the first Niagara Purple Eagles goal in the existence of this second non-varsity program, getting his team on the board and making this one a 4-1 game. So the Purple Eagles have gotten their response here. Now we'll see what the Bengals have as they've given up their first goal of this game. Ryan Miller with the puck, getting it deep into the Niagara end. Miller with the backhand in behind the net. Chasing it down there is Mike Guerrera. He's on Owen Lehman, and he's got some help from Anton Rupert as well. Loose puck comes out in front of the Niagara net. They try to break it out. Pass doesn't connect as Funesteck had it in his skates. Kenzie now with loose control of that loose puck, but there was a loose helmet as well, as number 2 Owen Lehman lost his bucket in the process. And he will get himself resorted there with his helmet. Hopefully tighten the straps a little bit. And then we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone just outside of the Buff State blue line with 9:33 to go in regulation. Anton Rupert winning the draw for Buff State, gets it back to Brennan. Brennan gets it to the Niagara blue line. Purple Eagles now looking to come back in the other direction. That pass doesn't connect, and Brennan steps up to help get it deep into the zone. In behind the Niagara net, Abbott with a backhand pass, comes back to the Buff State point. Mike Guerrero with it there, cross-ice pass. He had Rupert there on the far post, just couldn't quite corral that pass. Ryan Miller comes out of the corner with it. Back to the point to Ryan Hahn. Hahn sidesteps one checker, now carries it down deep. In behind the net, it's Guerrera. Guerrera looking to create something. Shot taken, deflected out wide. Now it's behind the net on top of the cage, and Anton Rupert finds control of it. Rupert now coming out of the corner on the backhand, spins and fires a forehand shot. That one goes wide, and now Riley McKenzie has it for Niagara. McKenzie's long pass doesn't connect with Fiacco in the neutral zone. And now it's going to be Guerrera countering, letting a hard slap shot go. That one goes just wide. Rebound came right out to Brennan, though. His shot right in on goal. Uttermark kind of wasn't in position quite yet as that came quickly off the backboards. Did manage to make that save, though, and keep this one a 4-1 game. This broadcast is brought to you by Ivy Lee Pharmacy, a locally owned neighborhood pharmacy for over 60 years. If you're traveling to Canada, PCR COVID tests are available at Ivy Lee. Find them at 2446 Elmwood Avenue in Kenmore. Dump-in attempt by Niagara doesn't connect as the player got knocked down on the play and then heads for a change. Buff State now with a lot of room to carry the puck and get it out into the neutral zone. Alex Gosen on the near side tries to get a shot across. That one doesn't actually get off of his stick, and he keeps control of it. Gets it back to Alex Hussey, but he fans on a shot. Now it's going to be Riddle with a chance. Riddle in alone, backhand shot, and he scores. A turnover just inside the offensive blue line led to a breakaway attempt for Matt Riddle, and he made sure he took advantage of that chance, and it's now a 4-2 hockey game. So Niagara has gotten the last 2 goals here in this game, and they have gotten themselves right back into this contest. It is a 4-2 hockey game, and they're going to get a chance on the power play here as well, as on that breakaway there was a penalty taken, I believe, by Ryan Kelly. Not sure exactly, can't quite see in the box. But we've got ourselves a hockey game now. It is a 4-2 score. Niagara fighting their way back here in this game, getting 2 goals here in the third period after Buff State had all 4 in the second. Definitely a difference in emotions between the two benches right now. The entire Niagara bench on their feet. The Buff State bench seated as they will look to respond here as Niagara has gotten the last 2 goals here in this game, and they're going to get a power play opportunity to follow it up with. Bengals winning the draw, however. Ryan Hahn chasing down a loose puck, tries to clear it, only gets it as far as the Niagara blue line. Brady Knopf with it now in his own zone. Knopf doesn't see a pass he likes, so he circles back into his zone. Up to the far side to Moore. Moore sending it deep. And now a foot race for the puck, and Ryan Hahn pokes it past a couple of different Niagara players, but the Purple Eagles still set up their power play. Carrying it in from that side wall was Ethan Knopf, the first goal scorer for Niagara. He's given a lot of room there to carry the puck in, taking a shot from right around the faceoff dot. Good save made on the play by A.J. White. Bengals making a change here on their penalty kill forces. And it's going to be Brett Sardina taking the draw against Zach Briggs. Briggs winning that draw, but a shot is blocked on its way in. And the puck is then cleared the length of the ice as Schultz and Sardina combine to make the good penalty killing effort there. Sardina then with some good pressure forechecking as well. He's got 2 men on him trying to get the puck off that far wall. Puck comes out. Now Sardina has the loose puck. Tries to go around 1 man, but it hits a skate. Kept in by Sardina, though. Sardina carries it out of the zone, takes a hit, and sends it back to his own blue line. Bengals killing off some time here on this penalty. Up to Schultz and then back into his own zone as the Bengals are holding on to possession now, trying to kill as much time as they can while holding on to the puck. Loose puck, though, in behind the net. Brennan with a man on him. Puck comes loose out to Ryan Hahn, and he's got plenty of room now, and he just slows things down as he looks for a lane. Hahn goes around 1 man, make that 2 in the neutral zone, and the puck comes out to Guerrera. Guerrera can't handle it, and Schultz with it now. Gets laid out by Guerrera right at his blue line. He tried to step around him. Mike Guerrera was not going to let him get past, however, as the big man Chris Schultz, all 6'4" and 210 of him, went tumbling to the ice. Schultz has it now, though, and he fires a shot in towards the net. Kind of looked like it might have been a bit more of a pass on that play, but it went in on the goaltender, White. White just covered up, held on for a whistle. 13 seconds to go in the Niagara power play. A huge hit there just a moment ago from Mike Guerrera. He has certainly made his presence known in his debut for the Buff State club team, scoring once, adding another assist, and that big hit right there on the blue line. Bengals winning the draw with 10 seconds to go in the penalty. Getting it out of the zone was Adam Brennan. Good play to get it past Gallagher. Last 3 seconds here on the power play ticking away as a pass doesn't connect in the neutral zone. Brennan tries to clear it, but he fans on it just inside the Buff State blue line now. Brennan does manage to clear it eventually, and it comes slowly into the Niagara end. Uttermark out of his net, can't get it past Lotempio. Lotempio then gets it to Ryan Miller. Miller gets away from his man and feeds it down to Lotempio. Back out in front. Miller can't find control of that one as Quick was right there with him. And the Bengals still look to keep it in, though. Gallagher carrying it out for Niagara. Good play by Newman as he didn't let him get past. Made a good poke check on that play, but he sent it the length of the ice immediately afterwards, and that will result in an icing against Buff State and a face-off back into the Bengals territory with 5 minutes and 16 seconds remaining here in this third period. Bengals leading by a score of 4-2. Bengals killing off that penalty that came immediately after the second Niagara goal. And we'll have to look to find possession of it, and they do so with Joe Lotempio. Lotempio with a pass that gets intercepted just inside the blue line. That one now comes out to the far side, and Niagara keeps it in with Wojciechowski. Too far for Hyde, and Niagara keeps it in on the far side. Brady Knopf walking in, letting a shot go. Blocker save made by A.J. White, comes off to the side. Lotempio can't clear the zone there. Riddle keeping it down low for Niagara. Back out to the point. Brady Knopf now keeping it in on the offensive zone. Knopf cuts towards the net, takes a big hit in front. Now the Bengals with a chance to get it out. It's going to be Newman, but he's got 1-on-3. Cole Newman gets around the first one. Second one is there. He's the one that manages to get the puck off of his stick, though. But a good play there by Newman as he needed to get the puck out of his zone to relieve some of that pressure that his team was facing. Puck in the offensive zone for the Bengals, though. Wojciechowski getting control of it. Cross ice pass, and he's got Quick just inside the blue line. Niagara player knocked down in the far corner as it comes out to Wojciechowski. He just kind of floats a wrist shot in toward the goal. A.J. White holds on with the catching glove on that one, and the faceoff will come to his blocker side with 4:06 remaining in period number 3. Our coverage is brought to you by the law offices of Nicholas J. Narchis, an advocate for Western New Yorkers with blue-collar roots. More information online, narchislaw.com. Bengals win the draw. Zach Schultz clears it out of the zone. Can't get it past his number 44 counterpart, though, and Dan Quick sends it into the Buff State territory. Kept in on the play by McKenzie. McKenzie looking for a pass as he brings it out from under the goal line. Can't get that pass past Lotempio. And now it's just inside the blue line. Sardina looks to create a break. Sardina with a little bit of room, cuts it in towards the middle. Sardina wide, takes the shot. Blocker save made by Uttermark, as Sardina didn't look like he had a whole lot of room to get a shot in there, though. He did manage to find a seam and get that shot in on goal. Back to the point to Hahn. Hahn fakes a shot, then lets it go, sitting there loose in front of the net briefly. Cleared out of danger, though, by Niagara. Buff State keeping a little bit of pressure on here. Sardina with the turnaround shot. Pad save made by Uttermark. And now Dan Quick carries it out for Niagara. Funestedt carries it in the zone. His shot was rolling on him, so it went wide. And now Lotempio tries to pick up a loose puck there on the far hash mark. Niagara comes out with it, though. But a good defensive play as Alex Hussey found a way to step into that play and keep that 2-on-1 from happening down low. Sam Moore in his own zone for Niagara, carrying it out with a head of steam. Moore across the Buff State blue line, now collects the puck in the corner, tries to feed a pass out in front. That pass was intercepted, though, by Guerrera, and Guerrera carries it out of the zone himself. Guerrera into the Niagara territory, pass across to Rupert. Rupert in on goal, save made by Uttermark, as a great pass right onto the tape by Mike Guerrera. Set up Anton Rupert wide open in front of the net. Rupert now with the puck again, sends it into the offensive zone as Brady Knopf picks it up for Niagara. Can't get past Ryan Miller, however, and the Bengals look to send it into the offensive zone. And now carrying the puck in, it's going to be Anton Rupert. Rupert taking a big hit right there along the edge of the glass. It looks like both players are slow to get to their skates. Rupert looks to be favoring his hand a little bit. Well, PJ Abbott is down on his knees right in front of the Niagara bench. Like Abbott tried to step up and lay a hit on Rupert, and the both of them ended up getting that kind of turnbuckle part of the glass where the glass ends near the bench. So certainly both of those players in discomfort as they both head to their respective benches, and we have a face-off in the Niagara zone to the left of the goaltender Uttermark with just under 2 minutes remaining in regulation. Buff State leading this one 4-2. It appears there might have been a stick that got tangled up as they're maneuvering some equipment over there on the Niagara bench. So it might have been a stick that caught Rupert as well as the defenseman Abbott. They seem to have had the conversation they needed to, that being the refs, and now we're ready for the face-off in the Niagara zone. Puck down behind the net. Hager can't get to that loose puck, and now a little bit of room for Gallagher. Gallagher through the neutral zone. Dumps it in deep into the Buff State territory. First one to it there is Alex Hussey. Kept in by Schultz just at the hash marks. Gets it down low, pass out in front. A.J. White can't get the stick on that one as the pass went back out in front again, but nobody was there for Niagara to get an opportunity. Hager carrying it in. Hager on his backhand takes a stick up high. Call coming from the back official here as Mark Hager tried to go around two different defensemen, and he ended up drawing a high sticking call on the play. So with 1:26 to go in regulation, Bengals are protecting a 2-goal lead, and they have a man advantage to do so with. Definitely a good break for the Bengals there, as this makes the Niagara chore a little bit more difficult trying to get back those 2 goals that they are down in this contest. It'll be these 2 teams again tomorrow, playing at the Buff State Ice Arena. It is the Bengals' long-awaited return to the Buff State Ice Arena. Game time for the Purple Eagles and Bengals is tomorrow night at 7 p.m. from the Buff State Ice Arena. And we have a penalty being called here, as appears the power play is going to be short-lived for the Bengals. Anton Rupert heading toward the box, it seems, looking for an explanation before he actually gets into the penalty box. And the call is a cross-check. So a very abbreviated 6-second power play for the Bengals. And the puck will come all the way back down into Buff State territory for the faceoff to the blocker hand side of A.J. White. Minute 19 to go here in period number 3, and we're skating 5-on-4 now as Niagara has pulled their goaltender. Puck comes back to the point, kept in by Brady Knopf. Knopf gets it down low. Niagara looking to set it up. They have 5 skaters on the ice with the goaltender out. Buff State now basically a man short. Shot taken there by Sisti, blocked on the play by Ryan Kelly. Kelly slid across and got the pad on it. Now Guerrero with a chance for the empty net. Takes advantage of it. Tucks it home from just outside the blue line. It's now 5-2 Buff State. That one should ice it. Mike Guerrero getting his 2nd of the game. He had the game's first goal, scoring shorthanded on a great individual effort. On this one, he got some help from the defenseman Ryan Kelly in his own zone, who made a great block. That led to Guerrero taking the puck through the neutral zone and firing the shot into the empty net from just outside of the Niagara blue line. So it's a 5-2 lead now for the Bengals here in season opening action. Niagara though still looking to fight through this one. Shot taken by Riddle. Difficult to handle by A.J. White. A scramble for that loose puck. Nobody seems to know where it was. The referee was late to get in there with the whistle, and he's waving it off. No goal on the play as players are peeled out of there. That's the type of play that could have ended up in a little bit of a scuffle. Good to see that didn't happen here under a minute to go in the contest. Certainly with these 2 teams playing again tomorrow night, didn't need anything spilling over from one game to the next. Good to see cooler heads prevailing there, as there was that scramble in front of the net and a little bit of time before the whistle was blown. So good discipline on both sides. Briggs and Lotempio, the 2 captains, taking the draw just outside the Buff State blue line. Ethan Knopf finding control of the puck, carrying it into the Buff State territory. Takes a hit from Ryan Hahn there, can't get the shot away with 35 seconds now remaining in the game. Shot taken there as Zach Briggs slides in, gets the pass right on his tape, and lets a one-timer go, beating A.J. White glove side. It's now 5-3 Buff State. Very active end of the game here, as we've had a couple of goals scored here in the last minute, as teams were playing 4-on-4 hockey there. We'll see if Niagara chooses to pull its goalie again. Buff State has too many players out there at the moment, though, as they have 5 players out there. It's still 4-on-4, however. So as Buff State gets the proper personnel on the ice, it is a 5-3 game now. And Ryan Hahn picks up a loose puck just inside his blue line. Out into the neutral zone with 24 seconds remaining in regulation. Quick gets it up to Briggs. Briggs can't feed a pass along to his teammate on the blue line, and sent back into Niagara territory with just 15 seconds left now. Goaltender Uttermark still in the cage for Niagara. Buff State now on the charge. Pass out in front, doesn't connect to Schultz. Now Niagara on the transition with 2 seconds remaining. Shot taken in on goal. A.J. White makes one last save before the horn sounds. And that's how this one will end, with the Buff State Bengals getting a season opening victory by a score of 5-3. As mentioned, it will be these 2 teams again tomorrow night, as the Bengals return to the Buffalo State Ice Arena for their first home game in the building since January of 2020. Hope you can join us there in person or on the Buffalo State Club Hockey YouTube channel. Support for Buffalo State Club hockey comes from Militello Realty, Western New York's premier commercial real estate broker. To buy, sell, or lease any office, industrial, retail, or investment property, trust the unparalleled knowledge and experience of Militello Realty. 856-2872 or online at militello.com. Our coverage also brought to you by Ivy Lee Pharmacy, a locally owned neighborhood pharmacy for over 60 years. If you're traveling to Canada, Ivy Lee has PCR COVID tests available with a quick 1-hour turnaround. Ivy Lee is at 2446 Elmwood Avenue in Kenmore and online at ivyleepharmacy.com. This broadcast also brought to you by the law offices of Nicholas J. Narchis, an advocate for Western New Yorkers with blue-collar roots, providing efficient and cost-effective representation from offices in Lockport and Geneseo. Nicholas J. Narchis online at narchislaw.com. Our coverage also brought to you by Bob and John's La Hacienda, a Buffalo pizza tradition since 1972. Located on Hurdle Avenue in North Buffalo, online ordering available, bobandjohns.com. And support also comes from Envious Gameware, the official uniform supplier of the Buffalo State Bengals. Find them online at enviousgameware.com. So that's going to do it from here at Dwyer Arena. Our final score from Dwyer Arena on the campus of Niagara University in Lewiston is Buff State 5 and Niagara 3. Again, it will be these two teams again tomorrow, playing the second half of the home and home. That game will take place at 7 p.m. at the Buffalo State Ice Arena. On the upcoming schedule next week, another home game Saturday night is Alfred State as the opponent, as Buffalo State opens their divisional play with a West divisional game against Alfred State. Game time is 7 p.m. for that contest as well. Then looking ahead down the road, on October 9th, Saturday night, it's another divisional home game against Canisius. That one is also a 7 p.m. start. A good start to opening weekend for the Buffalo State Bengals as they take game one in the home and home against Niagara by a score of 5-3 this evening. Hope that you can join us for our next Bengals game. For camera operator Jeff Jazarowski, I'm Aaron Elpern. Hope you have a great Friday night.